Hey coin collectors, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the 1973 United States 1 cent coins. If we look at them, we see that here on the left is a 1973 D, and that's a Denver mint. We can kind of, and this is a small, really small D, and this coin is a little colored and a little worn too. And then we see over here there's a 1973 Philly on the right. And of course the Philly had no mint mark then. In 1973 there was also the San Francisco Mint, which made a regular series coin, and in that case the S would be under here. Now this coin is the same coin that had been around since 1909, but they changed it, of course, in 1959 to make the Lincoln Memorial reverse. So let's take a look at this. I'll take a look at the Denver coin first. And when we look at the Denver coin, we see it says, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln, who's facing to the right, Liberty behind him, 1973 here, and a D underneath. And if you tip this up, this is kind of, sometimes you can see this on coins, there's a little bit of a mess with the edge here. It's a little tiny bit offset, but part of that is because the edge just got flattened. Part of it is it's a little tiny bit offset, but not enough to make any real monetary difference in it. Denver, of course, with the D mint, they made a bunch of those in 1973. They made 3.5 billion of these. So this coin probably not going to be valuable anytime soon unless you get it in a real specialty. Even uncirculated, this coin's only worth about $1 or a little under $1. So not a real expensive coin unless you get it in the red, the brown, or you get an error version. And when I talk about the Lincoln Memorial, which they started putting on these coins in 1959, here is the Lincoln Memorial. And there, way deep in there, you can see Lincoln sitting in his chair. So that's just our minute mark. United States of America, it says at the top, E pluribus unum underneath. And this is the Lincoln Memorial. You can see the steps and the plants. It says 1 cent here. So the United States, it doesn't say penny on it anywhere. Now, many of the other coins around the world have either cent or penny appellations. Here's one from Curacao. Look at this, a 1948 Curacao, 2.5 cents. So it does say cent on it, like the United States one, but it's 2.5. If we look at the United Kingdom cents, we see that it's Queen Elizabeth on the front. It says Elizabeth II, DG Regina, FD 2006. And if we look way down here in IRB for Ian Rank Broadly, and we turn it over, and it's not a cent at all, it's a penny. And of course, that's where the name of the Lincoln penny came from. We inherited our currency appellations from the United Kingdom, so they still call it a penny over there. Well, I mean, we both call it a penny, but on theirs it actually says the word penny, and this is the 1 penny here from the United Kingdom. Now, there are other countries that have pennies, and this, of course, is the most famous one. You notice I had to kind of change the magnification on here. That's because when we went from the United Kingdom 1 penny coin to this penny here, and this, of course, is Queen Elizabeth II's first portrait when she was 29 years old, and we flip it over, and of course, here we go. This is one of my favorite coins of all time, the Australia penny. Now, it doesn't say 1 penny on here, it just says penny, and it doesn't say cent anywhere on here. And we have the kangaroo jumping, 1964. So that's our Australian penny / cent. Here's another one here from a neighbor. And this isn't a penny at all. This is the United States, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. So this is the Mexican. And what do they call them in Mexico? Well, they call them centavos. And this is just maybe one of the best Mexican coins ever made. A 20 centavos or 20 cent coin. There's a sign right there for the Mexico City Mint. This is a 1951. And look at kind of how the pyramid goes up there. And just the cacti and all this, the hat here in the middle of the 20. So this, in Mexico, they call them centavos, but not Let me see who else we got. New Zealand. New Zealand, they call them a penny, but they have 1 penny on theirs. It doesn't just say penny like Australia. It says 1 penny. This is a New Zealand 1959. Another beautiful, beautiful coin. And on the front again, because of 1959, we know it's the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. And that's the Mary Gillick portrait, by the way, this first portrait. Which she was 29 years old. What else have we got? Here's one. Here's a weird one. A Queen Elizabeth II. So it's not an II on here at all. And we flip this over and we see this is a 10 coin, 10 cents. So it's not a penny either. It's a cent when you get to the British Caribbean territories. And this is from the Eastern group. And finally, for our foreign country ones, boy. It's the hen and chicks, and this isn't a penny at all. It's a pinion, which is the Irish for penny, and it's a hen being followed by some chicks. And look at the chicks right between the hen's legs there. What a beautiful coin. And of course, this 1D is the 1 penny sign for the United Kingdom, but it's the 1 pinion sign for Ireland. And this is in Ireland, 1948, after the Free Irish States, but before the European Union. So let's get back. We have the 73s, and we talked about how the 1973 Denver coin has the really small D on it, the Philadelphia Mint coin here. So we have over $1 billion of the two of these coins out there. Neither one is worth much. If you really want to get to look at these coins, you need to get up to the MS 68 level before you're going to start having any real money in them. And by MS 68, I mean it's a coin that looks even better almost than when it was made. It's just a beautiful shine on it. And when you get up to the MS 68 level in a 1973 coin, we're probably talking about $75 to $100. It just in a proof state where MS proof 65, we're talking about $5. And I also said that this coin, they started making this in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial on it. But as many of you know who are still looking at U.S. coins, we have moved on from the Lincoln Memorial coin, and so now the new coins are the Shield pennies, the United States Shield pennies, and they are, so the Lincoln Memorial pennies are no longer the coin. Well, you can still use them. Don't get me wrong, but they're no longer the coin that represents the new pennies from the United States of America. We've moved on to the Shield. And of course, that Shield penny is way, way different from the Lincoln Memorial penny. And this is a copy of the Shield. This is a 2021, I believe. We'll see when we turn it over. It says United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum across the shield, hence the shield cents. 1 cent here, right across the middle on this kind of banner, which reminds me a little bit of some of those Singapore banners, the banner up, banner down ones. And these are, this is a little base, and we can see his initials here, the LB right here. And then Joseph Mena, or Joseph F. Mena here, designed this coin. If we turn it to the front, we see it's still Lincoln, and it's a 2021. And so let's look at, so that the Lincoln's the same. We actually can see the VDB here for Victor David Brenner right there on both of these coins. Let's see if we can see it on this one. Boy, is it worn on this one, huh? Just a little tiny bit right down there. So, and we've changed over though, so we no longer have the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and that is, of course, as of 2010, we moved from the Lincoln Specialty pennies to the Lincoln Shield reverse pennies. And That's what we have now. This is the 2021 version. All right, thanks for watching our channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.